So the season does indeed start today, guys. It's August the 2nd. We've got a Community Shield game to play against Arsenal. We are going to put the youth out. I really do want to start as a means to go on. So fingers crossed they turn up and play well. But we'll get into that in a second. Firstly, welcome back to the save. I hope you're all enjoying it so far. It's not very often I actually kind of welcome you back to the save. I just kind of get on with things. But you may prefer that, so I don't know. A couple of things I just wanted to quickly get out of the way, and that's to say, thanks to everyone's support over the last couple of months. We're still pretty new to the Football Manager content. There's a couple of big things I want to try in 2024, but I might leave that to a separate video to talk about. However, if you are enjoying everything, please do subscribe and keep liking the videos as you are. So let's just get on with things, shall we? So since you were last with me, we've loaned out a trio of players as well as Kwanzaa, which we touched upon last episode. Haven't sold anyone. Mo Salah is still put at the moment. They haven't made a bid for 70 million. Of course, there's still a month left in the transfer window. But those players, Scannon, Luke and Morrison, we've loaned to Preston, which is, of course, an affiliate club with us. Playing in League One, so hopefully they get a lot of first-team football this year and develop quite nicely. We'll keep an eye on them as the season progresses. Other business, Fabio Carvalho, potentially, we haven't accepted it yet. I'm still debating what to do with him. Potentially leaving to Getafe on loan. Calvin Ramsey's going to spend the season with Luton in the Championship also. So at the moment, that's kind of as far as we go with players. Tsimikas, a nice little story about Tsimikas to tell you. He was joining, I think, AS Roma. Let's have a look and see if we can... He was joining Roma. And then the day before his transfer was approved, accepted, whatever you want to say, decided to go get a hip injury. And he's out for sort of 2 to 3 months. So he's staying put. We may try and loan him a bit later in the save, say sort of Christmas time. But he was planning on going out. So he's staying with us, unfortunately. But that's it as far as transfer news goes, guys. So let's just play the Community Shield now. So I did say start as you mean to go on, and that's why we picked this team. So we've got Kelleher in goal, Trent, Pennington, Gomez and Beck, the back four. Midfield three, we've got Bajcetic, Elliott and Szoboszlai. And then our front three consists of Ben Doak, Lewis Kumas and Jason Stone up top. So about to kick off probably our strongest youthful side, should we say. I didn't realise we've not got key highlights on there. So just let's take a look at Arsenal actually and see. I mean, they've clearly gone full strength. You can see Saka, Jesus and Martinelli there up front. So our back four will more than likely be kept busy this game. But of course, we've got to start somewhere. We've got to put the faith in the youngsters. Probably Szoboszlai being the only one that you wouldn't really expect. And Trent, well, no, Trent's homegrown. What are we talking about? Szoboszlai is the only one really you'd sort of expect in that first 11 regardless. So hopefully they can put in a job and we can start the season with a very similar team to this. But this will probably give us a good benchmark. I mean, Saka there with the ball. Please don't bring him down. Gomez brought him down anyway. Do you know what? You know when you can just sense that there might be a penalty coming, and it's going to go to VAR, but it's a penalty. I don't know about you guys. That's really pooped on my what I was about to say, and I was literally going to say I don't know about you guys, but I never really see a penalty given, goes to VAR, and then they take it away. But prove me wrong because did it there. But Bajcetic now with the ball on the edge of the box hits it just over the bar. He will be a key player for me this year. Bajcetic. He's on that cusp of fulfilling his potential. He's still not there, but he's very nearly there. Probably 3/4 of the way. So if we can get a good season out of him, some strong development, we've hopefully got a good defensive mid there for the future. But I'm just watching Odegaard now, kind of skip past Owen Bajcetic, that was talking of. Funny enough, talking of him, Saka now runs with ease into the box, and he made that look so easy, didn't he? There, Saka. But yeah, not the start we wanted. Although performance-wise, we seem to have maybe not possession-wise, but we seem to have taken some shots. That's always a good start. That's a positive. Just always like to start with a positive. Hopefully, well, would be nice to get to half-time 1-1, but I was going to say hopefully we only go in 1-0 at the break. But now Arsenal are on the attack, and this doesn't really look good for me, does it? But this, I mean, thing is, if we get turned over with this sort of team, Havertz did look offside there to me. I want to say Havertz was offside, but I don't think that's going to be, is it? No. And that's 2-0. We're 2-0 down. I don't think we like playing Arsenal anymore, you know. But Odegaard there pulling all the strings. But yeah, we were just talking about being a benchmark and kind of seeing how the season would play out with this squad. And if we played this team every week, it doesn't look like we do very well. But nevertheless, it's the Community Shield. It's a pre-season friendly. We're saying that because we're losing, of course. But Trent now with the ball. Hopefully, there's a little glimmer of hope now. Ben Doak, I don't know what he was doing there, but hit that from such a weird, very strange angle, and then went flying over the bar. I've got a horrible feeling we're going to get turned over here, and that scares me for the season. Martinelli now, Kelleher pushes that round a goal, and it's an Arsenal corner. I'm already thinking about subs. I think if we go to more of a balanced approach, probably should have had a balanced approach on to start with anyway. Some slight encouragement for the boys, and then we'll look at... Okay, let's see this out first. Sobersley, hopefully, will give us a bit of glimmer of hope here. And that's off the post, I think, and yeah, smashes it over then. Right, let's look at what we can do to the team. Jason Stone's not had a good game at all. I'm looking around thinking, who do we bring on? I think I'm debating whether to bring Harvey. I'll tell you what, do you know what? Let's just go all out. Put Mark King on there with Elliott. I think I may put Lewis Kumas up front. Jason Stone's had a quiet game. And we'll bring on Diaz there just for a bit of experience at the top. Hopefully something happens. I mean, I think we're in the middle of hopefully a Liverpool attack. This looks better. Owen back now. Kumas with the ball. I've said Jason Stone's quiet. I better go and score now. Sobersley. No, Kumas has the ball back now, and it's pinballed away. I can't really tell if this is going to be any sort of meaningful attack. No, it wasn't. It was just purely fantasy. Zinchenko now. Havertz. Arsenal really are looking to turn the screw on us now. I can't remember who we got in the first game of the season. I want to say not Brighton, but I think it's a newly promoted team. We'll find out together, won't we, after? But at least it's not someone like Arsenal, although we have got Man United's second game of the season. So that's not good. Clever little thinking there by Arsenal. Is it going to amount to anything, though? Martinelli. Elliott gets the ball away just as far as Rice, who smashes it over the bar. We like to see that. We're being turned over by Arsenal, but it's not as bad as it seems. Surely we've had the same amount of shots. We're just not getting them on target, basically. But then I think it's time to make another sub. I think Ben Doak's going to have to come off. He looks like he's struggling. Of course, we'll bring on Salah. I can imagine if we lose Salah, there might be a big hole there in that attacking right midfield in position. So, fingers crossed he stays. I think he's already 33, 34, so he's probably looking he's had his peak and he's on the way down, but who knows? Don't want to bring on Millward. I think that's it, guys. I think we've lost it for the second year in a row. I think against Arsenal we lost it last year. But interesting, because this is a fairly youth-dominated team, so would be interesting to see how we get on in the Premier League with sort of putting out a team like this most weeks, and see how long it takes me to get sacked, I suppose. But anyway, Arsenal won the trophy. It's a shield. It's not a trophy. Let's move on to the start of the Premier League. I think after that game against Arsenal, maybe we should just start again. So, opening day of the Premier League season. This is our lineup away to Brighton. We've got Alisson back in goal, Trent, Pennington, Gomez and Beck, the back four. We've got a midfield three of Jones, Elliott and Bajcetic. And then a front three, of course, of Mo Salah, Ben Doak and Jason Stone. So we're going into this game with a balanced approach. We have got a very youthful team in the sense of what we're used to putting out. The past 3 seasons when we've won the league, we've had probably 3/4 of it as a first team. This is probably more 50-50, maybe even more youthful. And as the season goes on, that'll probably get more and more youthful. So Endo there, ex Liverpool player, of course, nearly to giving Brighton the lead there. But I think this will be a really good test, because if we can see off Brighton and win this, it kind of looks good for the future. Of course, the first 10 minutes haven't looked good. Brighton nearly sort of scoring twice there. However, we need something. Brighton already sort of 3 shots, 2 on target. But I'm hoping we can keep Ben Doak fit and Jason Stone scores and carries on that form that he had last season, where I think he scored 21 goals in total, rather than, I can't remember how many he had in the Premier League last year, but in total I think he had about 21 goals. So hopefully we haven't scored yet at all. We haven't scored in the Community Shield, and in the opening half an hour haven't scored in this game either. Again, wide there from Brighton. Man City, of course, top of the league again after 1 game. Although last season I did forget to fill you guys in and tell you that Man City finished 8th, completely out of European places. So that was very, very different to see. Pep Guardiola did get sacked, which, yeah, you kind of can't finish 8th and expect to keep your job. So that's what I'm worried about with this team. But hopefully it looks like Brighton are going to have us on the counter-attack here. Is that Jonathan Rowe? Easy goal there for Brighton. We haven't adapted to this balanced mentality very well at all. I'm wondering if we go for more of a positive approach and just demand more, because we failed to create anything so far. Even Salah has not turned up so far. And it's looking a bit of a disaster so far, this episode, the start of the season. So I'd like to see a glimmer of hope somewhere. Are we going to get one before half-time? I don't think so. I think that is half-time. And again, another Brighton shot there by the looks of things. Yeah. I don't know what you thought about that half, guys, but we're getting a bit stuffed, aren't we? We need something to give. I'm thinking possibly looking at bringing Beck off and Stone. Stone's been really quiet. We're just not getting any. We're not creating anything. Considering I thought we'd have a few more shots. We've definitely had more shots against Arsenal. Curtis Jones is not having a good game at all. I think what we'll do, bring on Mark King and put Elliott into that Mazzala position there. And Owen Beck, he needs to come off. He's not playing well at all. I think that's probably our weakest position, other than goalkeeper, is left back. So if anyone is listening, I could really do with a left back in the youth intake and a goalkeeper this year. So that would be nice. However, it looks like Brighton is still on the attack, and this could look not very good for us. Playing it around nicely. This should be us. We should be the ones dictating play at the back. Gilmore now, don't give away a penalty. row, just making it look easy. Matoma now. I can see this. Oh, I can see that curling in, but Alisson gets it away. And I'm struggling to stay upbeat. I'm not gonna lie. This new look Liverpool squad that we've got is not up to standard at the moment. We've still only had 2 shots on target. I mean, all I can think is we need to start shooting on side just to get a few shots in there. Haven't had a single shot this half. It's been a really poor performance away from home to Brighton. And there's not much else to say, is there really? Even Salah's having an absolute shocker of a game. To the point, I think I'm even bringing Salah off. Kumas or Diaz, I think we're going to go with Diaz. I think we need that bit of experience to try and get us back on level terms with 1-1. I would take a 1-1, I think. I really would. But, I mean, Brighton. Thing is, Brighton have had 14 shots, 7 on target, with an XG of less than 1. So they can't be... I mean, Marsh is just kind of... What is Marsh? Oh, he's up. Very bizarre. Just having a bit of a chill in front of the ball. This doesn't look good, does it? A free kick on the edge of our box. I mean, wow. What has happened there? Alisson, how have you let that gone in? Absolutely shocking. I think we need to just finish up. You know, call full-time ref, because this is absolutely abysmal. So the plan, guys, of putting out a youthful team and seeing how we get on and kind of go in with the flow, it's not turning out to be very good, is it, so far? We lost 2-0 to Arsenal in the Community Shield. We lost 2-0 to Brighton. I am going to go away, play a few games off camera. I am going to stick with a very similar lineup to what we've got. I'm not going to change it. I'll obviously come back and show you those results, but I'm not going to change it. We're going to try and stick with it and see how we go. And hopefully you don't find me in the bottom of the relegation zone when we come back in the next episode. Fingers crossed.